What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the BallGame Podcast. I'm Matt.
I'm Tom.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Dean.
70K. Wow. On YouTube. Thank you guys all for the love that you've shown us, the views that you've been showing to all the podcasts recently. You guys have been showing a ton of love, and we really appreciate you for all of that. It's been pretty great, and the journey is not over. We still have 100K to hit. We still have 1 million to hit. We have 10, 20, 100 mil. Why stop there? Just keep going. So
Play like a champion today.
play like a champion today. We're going to smack the shit out that thing when we come down here from now on.
We're not talking about the sign. Huh?
You getting it tatted on your...
Yo, that'd be fire! Every day, or just...
You just stand right
100K,
there and wait for all of
100K,
us
Dean will
to...
tattoo his ass.
That's way too low.
500K.
Wait,
Think about it. It's going to take us damn near 4 years to get to 100K.
I feel like that doesn't...
What?
So
Cumulative.
like,
Get the 100K?
A milli, I'll get it on
no,
my...
not 4 years from here. 4 years total.
A milli, I'll get it on my butt.
Milli?
Milli, I'll get
What
it.
about like a milli across platforms?
No. On
That's
YouTube.
still
still a
so
lot.
much ground to cover, bro.
It's my butt. Play like
Talk
a
about a lot
champion.
of
No one's
ground to
gonna
cover.
see it.
Talk about a lot of ground to cover.
Milli on YouTube, I'll get it on my left cheek.
Yeah.
Yo, you heard the man. 1 million on YouTube. Are you going to stay true to that? Even if it's like 3 years, 4 years down the line, are you going to stay true to that?
Yeah, well, it's on video now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait. No, that's crazy.
No,
Not
too late.
committing right now.
Too late.
Wait. No, I can't do
It's
that.
on video.
It's
You
on
said
video,
yourself.
brother.
Oh, shoot. No one...
And they're going to clip it.
They're not
Can't
gonna
edit it
remember.
either.
They're not gonna remember.
No, you can't.
Those
They'll
Discord
remember.
kids will remember.
The Discord will
Men,
absolutely
the Discord
remember.
men.
Discord man.
They're not kids. Sorry.
Yeah, show respect. Show some respect, Dean. Yo, the people loved you showing some emotion last podcast,
Yeah, they did.
by the
They
way.
did.
They did. I didn't. I wasn't anticipating people to even notice or care.
They did.
No, they loved it.
Yeah, it was a genuine moment. I wasn't expecting
Yeah.
to feel. You know.
Wasn't expecting to
No,
feel.
considering we were on a podcast and I'm not necessarily. I wasn't looking to get into it.
No, you...
It's not a crying podcast.
Definitely not a comedy podcast.
No, certainly
Or
not a
else-
comedy.
Well,
doc.
certain things would be different.
We'd make personnel changes.
Yes.
So
That-
who gets the? You know what I mean? In that situation.
We just had a fifth chair.
Yeah.
Yeah, we bring back
I didn't know it was that easy.
bring back the rolling chair.
I thought it was a
I don't know.
process.
We're all pretty funny in our own ways.
That's how I feel, yeah.
Everybody
We'll have our
contributes in a way.
moments.
Yeah, everybody.
I hope that new TikTok's out by the time this is out.
Oh my god, you guys are
By
gonna
the
love
time
it.
this is out,
When are you dropping
this
that
is
one?
Thursday. I can make that. I have to rearrange my whole schedule because of the TikTok we have to do after this. You gotta get that back.
Yeah, you got to get that back.
Yeah, especially these days.
Tax season.
Times are
Especially
tough.
that.
Tax season.
Times are tough.
Tax season. Gas ain't cheap. Fucking, it's a mess out here.
Yo, you guys could always leave a super chat.
You could.
Definitely could do that. You don't have to do that, but you definitely could do that. Gas, bro, it's so expensive right now.
Came back down today.
Yeah.
What's it down at?
I saw 409 somewhere. So.
Yeah.
I've seen higher. No, price per gallon has gone down. That doesn't mean
yeah.
the gas itself
Yeah,
buying
yeah.
it for us. It'll probably take the actual gas stations a little bit to get down.
We're getting killed, bro.
Fuckers.
I filled up my tank a couple days ago. It was $95.
I was gonna say, well, your car is a fucking
Yeah.
Yeah.
tank, so
I have a
95 is
22
crazy.
gallon
95.
tank.
Wild.
Yeah.
I just throw 25 every time.
Literally, that's yeah,
Oh, no,
exactly.
I always fill my tank.
Never
up.
fill my tank. It's just 20, 25.
Yeah.
Some days it's 10, if I'm having a rough day. But
Yeah, I let that thing run all the way
That was
down.
like
Yeah.
the first thing my parents told me when I started driving. Like, just always fill up your tank.
do you guys leave your car running when you put gas in your car?
No,
No.
Okay.
Do you?
I don't either. No, I don't either.
Nick definitely does. Oh. Sorry, Nick.
you? Oh.
But I was with my cousin and she left her car running. I was like, yo, you don't turn your car off? She's like, no. I was like, what do you mean? I was like, what if we blow up? What if I die right
So
now?
when I was a kid, I was always told that if you filled it up when
Basically,
it was running,
yeah.
you'd blow up.
Basically,
Yeah.
realistically, if you don't, as long as
It's
you
not
don't like
true.
light something on fire near it, then you're okay.
To be fair, when we were kids, we were also told that putting the lights on in the car was
It's
illegal.
illegal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We were told a lot of lies.
Oh, that Santa Claus was real.
Whoa, he
Hey!
is.
Hey, he is real.
He is.
Oh, my bad.
He is real. The Easter Bunny's real too.
So, funny story. When I was a kid, my mom told me the Easter Bunny wasn't real.
Oh,
And
sorry.
oh no, first she told me Santa wasn't.
We just broke some
She
kid's heart.
just hits kept coming.
First she told me Santa was, and then Easter came around, and I was like, oh, I hope the Easter Bunny. She goes, if Santa's not real, why would the bunny be real? I was like,
Wow.
I was like, my bad, sorry. I knew that.
Then he moved out.
This was a month ago. This was a month ago.
Last week. Somebody commented that they said I've gained 30 pounds since he moved out. I don't know if it's a coincidence or not, but I should be compensated.
When you respond, you responded.
I understood the joke.
You said, "Damn, 30's a lot."
I didn't want
Been a week.
I didn't want to acknowledge the joke because screw you, dude.
Wait, I don't get the joke.
I figured the joke was that my mom was making him food. No, what's the joke?
I did
Is
not
that the joke?
think of it
Oh,
that
he
way.
was just
What's the joke?
No, I thought he was just.
I thought he was just like
saying it.
binge eating because he was so sad.
yeah, something like that.
Oh, you're saying he took your spot in the house?
Yeah.
Well, oh, I like that
Yeah.
version better.
That's what
I
I
like
took it
that
as.
version.
You know, some people
Maybe
don't.
I'm putting things out there.
I like that version.
Some
That's
people
kinda
don't make
fire.
jokes like that, Dean.
I hope not.
Some don't. Others do.
Because in other contexts, it doesn't make sense,
I like that version. That's a good joke.
right? Face
Yeah.
value doesn't.
That doesn't surprise me that
Somebody-
you, of all people, would think like that.
Somebody on our Guess Who asked, "What?"
All right, bro.
Sometimes you can't say what you want to say in the ballgame account.
I don't know. I like
I
how
pretty
I
much say
just
what I wanna
posted
say.
just now a stat pad, and I forgot the V in receiving yards. So they're all fucking commenting about it, obviously. But I just respond like anytime I make a mistake, like, yeah, bro, like the editor's getting
Stupid
mad.
editor.
Like we just fired him actually. Like
On the last one, you you put 2015 to 2015.
did I really?
Yeah,
Getting sloppy.
it's all right.
I
Well,
I mean, when you're bashing him, Pat's
$1
doing him the way that
bro.
he's doing. Shit, you're bound to make a couple mistakes, so it's all good.
On the NBA one, I kept some of the players green. I forgot to make them the team color. It is what it is.
People are loving
That shit
those.
banged.
Yeah.
Yeah,
NBA one. That was a good.
I think that means people like the NBA.
That was also a great TikTok to get back
Yes.
in the groove of things. That was
Yeah.
that was legendary.
Yeah,
That was
sure.
They were
They're
definitely
hyping you up,
loving that.
bro.
They
They
were.
are.
I can't believe you did that. I was really trying to throw you guys for a loop, and you I don't know how you read my keep 4 cut 4s now. I don't understand.
Sometimes like I know you're trying to outsmart us by playing the game a different way.
So he
then we
outsmarts
got to
you.
play the different way. We got to play it.
Basically, he just said he's smarter than you.
Well, he gets us quite a few times. He really does. So I got to give him credit where it's due. But yeah. So today our podcast is going to be about the top 25 players in the NFL that are 25 years or younger. So we all made a list. They were sent to me. And then we made a consensus. Thank you, ChatGPT. I appreciate you for making my life a whole lot
Yeah,
easier.
you're doing it by hand.
I was doing it by hand at first, which would have taken me a hell of a lot more time. But ChatGPT made it very simple, and they narrowed it down to obviously each of the 25 with their exact rankings in terms of what their number would be with everything combined. There's 6 guys that didn't make the top 25 that I will mention received votes anyway. Joey Porter Jr., Jared Verse, Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, Cooper DeJean, and Quinyon Mitchell did not make this list.
And
either.
that's in reverse order. That's
Yes.
31 to 26.
Yes.
Yep. Shocked the Eagles duo didn't get on here.
I am very shocked the Eagles duo did not get on here.
Jared Verse, I had pretty high on my list. I didn't have Garrett Olave or Porter on my list.
Me neither.
but
I had Joey Porter at 25 or 24 actually. I was the one that gave Joey Porter the shout. Garrett Wilson didn't make my list. Olave didn't make my list. Neither did Jared Verse. So Cooper DeJean and Quignon were pretty high for me, though. I can't even lie. I'm shocked they didn't make the list. But who didn't have them on it?
I didn't have either.
Neither one of you.
I have either of them.
Either
No, I
of
had
them is
Quignon on,
wild.
but I took him off.
Wow.
So
The list for me just got really crowded really quickly.
there's a lot of really great
Definitely
players.
did.
Yeah.
And like, listen, between 24 and 30, you could probably interchange most of them.
This is also like the hardest type of list to do when you're ranking all the positions combined.
Yeah.
'Cause it's like what's valuable, what's not. Is like I know we said no positional value, but like
You have to.
It
subconsciously
sometimes just comes
it
in.
creeps in, yeah.
Yeah.
And then like we also said like no projecting. Like I'm sure subconsciously we projected a little bit at times. So it's a tough list to make.
Were Quignon and Coop both all pros this year? I
Yeah.
think so. That's wild that we didn't even put them on.
I had them on mine.
I had them at, I think, 20 and 19. Exactly.
I had them at 18 and 19.
Yeah. So I am very shocked. I'm very shocked that we didn't end up making them just get on the list in general. Because at number 25, a guy that I did not have on my personal list in the top 25, Caleb Williams, makes it with a 23.75. So just for reference, though, anyone that did not make the list, I gave them a 26 for the list that they didn't make. So that's how I just made it make sense. I didn't have Caleb on mine. I'm curious to hear where everybody was at with him.
I didn't have Caleb on mine. He probably would be my next guy up. It was, let's call it what it is. It was a bad rookie season for Caleb Williams.
Yes.
It was not good. This year it was better. There were moments of greatness. It wasn't consistent greatness. The box score isn't too special. The playoff run is very overblown because of the moments. And I love Caleb. That's my guy. If I was projecting, he'd be very high up on my list. He's the one where I actually kept the projection out of it. I just think there's 25 players on my list that are better football players right now today.
I completely agree with everything you just said. I felt the exact same way.
I had him at 22. I don't know. Caleb's just natural talent alone just puts him so high on the list of players in the NFL. Like just his skill level alone. So I get what you mean. You know, the stats don't really back him up, and the performance has been inconsistent for sure.
That's where I was at, Tom. I mean, I had him at 20. That's why
I had him
he's
at
probably
22.
even on this
Yeah.
list. And I took, especially with quarterback, I really didn't do this with any other position, took the positional value,
Yeah.
Agreed.
right?
Yeah.
I felt like out of the three quarterbacks, no spoilers, obviously Jaden Maye and Caleb Williams being the big three that were on here, Caleb deserved to be on the top 25 list just for being a quarterback and having that, like Tom said, raw, natural talent that is unteachable.
Yeah.
Did he have bad moments? For sure. But I'm taking Caleb Williams over a lot of these guys. You know,
It's
and
tough.
I thought I left him even low considering where he's at in terms of a quarterback.
It's tough because like if we're restarting the NFL and like this is our pool of
Right.
players, Caleb's probably the third guy, maybe even higher
Yeah.
off the board. You know what I mean? So like from that angle, I get it. I just from what we've seen, it's just really the 25 guys I have on my list, I feel like have been great.
Yes.
I just don't feel like I've seen flashes of greatness from Caleb. I've seen potential of greatness from Caleb. I haven't seen consistent greatness from Caleb. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Out of the guys I'm looking at, he definitely has the shortest amount of production,
Yeah.
smallest amount of production at all.
Like, you could argue that every other person on this list could be competing for all pros year over year.
For sure.
And that's like, these lists were loaded. Like
Yeah.
30 to
Yeah,
35
yeah.
players that could have easily made it, in my personal opinion, that like just got left off because everyone was so goddamn
Or
talented.
76 players.
I wrote. So
I saw
had,
Will Johnson. I was like, you were not considering putting Will Johnson on this list.
I was just writing the
Like
names
any
out.
You know what
solid
I'm
young
surprised
player.
about though? You wrote 76 players down. You didn't write Nicky Manwari down.
So
He didn't make
the
the pen and
Seahawks were
paper?
like actually one of the last few teams that I had up. I don't even know why I added Will Johnson because they were the last division I went through. And when the Seahawks came up, I was just like, I have 35 guys starred. I'm not going to end up putting him on this list either way. I'm not going to waste my time writing him.
That made me upset. I'm not going to lie.
But Nicky Manwari, honestly,
deserves to be in the top
he'd probably be
76.
he'd probably be top 40
Over
for me,
Will
honestly.
Johnson?
He'd be top 40 for me,
Definitely
probably.
Over Joe
Probably.
Tippmann?
Yes.
Honestly,
Yeah.
when I started my list and I looked through what you sent, I was like, I'm putting Nicky Manwari on my list no matter
Yep.
what, just so I could say I didn't have someone from his top 76. But like, I couldn't get him on it. I couldn't get him on it.
When we do this, if we do this next year, I'm sure he will make it, honestly. But yeah, no, to the Caleb thing, not yet. Like, he has to show me a full season of consistent play where he's not completing 57% of his passes.
It's fair. It's coming.
We were debating on whether or not to include 25 or not. After doing the list,
We could have won.
We could have got
Went
away.
under 25.
Yeah.
Definitely could have
that's
got away.
where
with
I'm
it.
at with it because, like,
Bro, there's some
few
heavy
guys that
hitters
just
on
don't.
here.
You know, you're looking at 5-year vets and then first-year players, second-year players. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, well, quite the difference.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about, I think 9 of the guys on here were 25 years old, on my list at least. They're like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
know
we
for
did
next
without
time.
them, they would have
Yeah.
been studs. Still would have been studs.
Yeah.
So we'll move forward from Caleb Williams and we'll go to number 24, a guy that I didn't have on my list also. Drake London, 23.5. I left London off. There was a group of receivers all in the same draft class, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, and Drake London, that I just didn't feel strongly enough on putting one of them over the other on my top 25. And I thought the 25 players were better, quite simply. That's kind of where I
Olave's
stood.
better
with
than
it.
London?
What happened?
I think Olave's better than London.
I think they're so closely grouped together that I didn't feel strongly about one or the other, in my personal opinion.
I know you love London.
I love London. He was at 21 on my list. I didn't have him that high, but like I think he's better than Olave.
I had him high. I had him at 18. And I have him
Unranked for you?
Yeah.
Me too.
I have him clumped together with a couple other receivers on this list. I felt like there was another trio that he more closely aligned with than the Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave. I'll just say the names. I have him clumped with Neighbors and Pickens on my list. I think he's closer to that group than Garrett Wilson and Olave.
I just, again, like the players and the sheer level of talent that was necessary to make this list, I just didn't see it for the 3 of them. Like I thought, and like once I was getting to like the 15 through 25, like they were separated by
But
this
you
much.
think London's not clearly better than Garrett Wilson and Olave?
No.
No, I don't.
Really?
I'm fine if you say he's the best one. I still think Garrett Wilson's the best of the bunch.
Yeah.
But like
But,
they
like, that's-
all have a case. Like they all have their case.
I agree. I feel like they're so
Yeah.
close together.
Not to bring him into it, but like, I'm sure you have Pickens on the list, right?
Yeah.
What makes George Pickens better than Drake London?
George Pickens was a top 3 receiver in the world this past year.
Drake London also dropped 1,400 yards, no?
Basically
1330, I think, was his career high.
1271.
Yeah.
So,
He did
yeah.
it the other day on Sat
All right.
Bad, yeah.
And
With garbage at quarterback.
yeah, no.
No, 100%. I don't think George Pickens is much better than Drake London, but I feel like after what we saw this past year, you have to say.
I think Pickens is better, but I think what I'm getting at is I think London's way closer to Pickens
So,
than Chris Olave.
I have Pickens at my 20. I think not like a tier, but I think Pickens is just clearly the best of the bunch. I have Pickens at my 24. I didn't have him like super high,
Okay.
and I had the other 3 not on my list. So like
Pickens high.
I think Pickens is out of the because he was also in the same draft class with them.
Yes, I forgot
yeah.
about that.
Because I know you said like the 3 guys in the draft class,
Yeah.
so he's the one who makes our list too. But he's clearly the best after the season he just had. Like Drake London, you know, in his other year, he was like a top 7, 8 guy, maybe even pushing 10, just like overall in the season. Like George Pickens, like has a real case as like top 5 receiver. Like it was that good that like people will have real conversations about. People have real conversations
Yes.
about him over CD,
Yeah.
who's done it consistently for years. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
Yeah.
I see you.
Even like Amon-Ra, people make the case for Pickens over Amon-Ra, even though Amon-Ra has been a fucking rock for how long now?
Right.
Like Pickens was that good that people have that conversation with him.
But they're not.
Drake London's always like been on that, like outside of that. You know what I mean? Like,
which we could see this year with Tua, but we don't know yet.
100%.
Yeah.
I look straight to the 3 games that George Pickens played without CeeDee Lamb this past year. He basically averaged 160 yards per game. Like, that's just stupid numbers. And I just feel like we saw this year, yes, Dak Prescott is miles better than whatever the Atlanta Falcons have put out there, but we witnessed George Pickens just take it to a whole nother level when he was given the opportunity to do so, and I feel like that is where I separate the two of them at least a little bit. So
George Pickens also, like, one of my biggest gripes on George Pickens going into this year, obviously, like, being annoying and, like, drama and all that was a big gripe people had, but my biggest thing with him was, like, yak ability. Like, he was just, like, a deep threat. He damn near 500 yards at yak. Like, he was a threat with the ball in his hands this year. Like, that was kind of like he had a complete year. You know what I mean? Like, he looked like a complete stud.
Right.
Like, even a guy like Drake London, like, he moves all over. Like, he's not, like, a prototypical, like, only outside guy. But Drake London's a guy who he catches and goes down. You know what I mean? Like just talent for talent, too. I think George Pickens is a more talented receiver than Drake London.
Yeah.
And the production wins there. So,
yeah, I think it's super close. But Drake London ends up at 24. Next one up, safety, Brian Branch, 23.25. Had a serious injury. Was it this past season or 2 years ago, I believe?
that's you.
So, ruptured Achilles and still makes this list, comes in pretty high. I had him at 25. So, very close to this spot.
24.
Had him exactly here at 23.
I left him off.
Okay. I just think he's a stud. I think he's the key to that
So, yeah, like,
defense.
I don't see a world where, like, Drake London's a better football player than Brian Branch.
I agree.
I just don't. Even Pickens I had below him. Like, Brian Branch is, like, it's Kyle Hamilton-esque.
Yeah.
Not to that level, but, like, I mean, he's made an all-pro already. Like,
Yep.
he's one of those guys who could run a defense from the safety position, especially in modern NFL where your safeties are flying all over the field. Like, he's a guy who could play in the box. He plays great coverage. He's a ball hawk. Like, he hits hard. He's, like, the perfect modern-day safety to kind of, like, run your defense through. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
When I'm looking back at the list that I made, a lot of it is offense heavy.
Yeah.
A lot of the offensive guys for me are pushed to the top. I guess inherently I just value that more. You know, I'm not going to sit here and just make a strong argument that Drake London's better than Brian Branch because, truth be told, like, could go either way, probably. But this is how my list shaked out. I wanted to get the receivers on the list, and the Achilles is definitely not nothing.
100%.
Yeah, for sure. That if that's an argument to keep him off, then I get it. I just think from what I've seen of Brian Branch on a football field, it's just a dog. Just an absolute dog. One of the 3 to 5 best safeties in the entire NFL, like, at worst. So, felt like he absolutely deserved to be on here. We'll move on, and one of your former Jets, Dean, comes in at number 22. Sauce Gardner, who actually had the biggest discrepancy on this list of any players. There were 16 spots or 13 spots. So he was ranked highest as number 13. You had him at 13. You left him off the list.
13?
13.
Holy shit.
I have him at 20.
You want to talk about all pros? I mean, Sauce Gardner's an all pro.
Sauce Gardner's awesome. It just hasn't been the same the past couple years. He was obviously phenomenal as a rookie and even in his second year. I just feel like it hasn't been to that level. Also, like, I guess to no fault of his own, like, he doesn't get thrown at, but, like, his box score is ugly because he doesn't have
actually a credit.
No, I know.
Is it not like?
No, yeah, 100%.
I think he was awesome this past year. I do.
Good, yeah.
13 is very high for me. With the guys that I have above.
Where did you guys have?
I had him at
20. 19 and 20. So
I mean, I'm looking at the other guys on this list. I'm taking Sauce Gardner over
I could see who you're taking him over, which is interesting.
a lot of guys.
Yeah.
Also, McDuffie, who's on this list, I have him over.
So I actually have them separated by one spot.
I think I do,
I have
too.
Sauce over him, one spot.
I have 4 corners total, 5 corners total on this 25, and he's the third one.
Bro, there were a ton of corners on my list.
There were a lot of corners
so
on my
many
list.
corners
I
that
have
are really
McDuffie
good.
one spot ahead of Sauce.
13 makes sense. It's just, it's high for me. With, like, looking at your list from here, I don't want to just say all of them. Like, there are guys behind him that I think are just...
If I were to redo it, I'd probably switch him, put him behind.
Yeah, that to me is...
I could probably move him down to 15.
That's one of them for me. The other one is who you have ranked at 23, which we'll get to, and I just think that is criminal at this point with what he did last year. But yeah,
I'd say what I think it says.
it does say what you think it says.
It does.
It does say
Oh,
what you think it says.
man. That's rough.
But Sauce still a baller. He was awesome for the Jets last year, and then gets traded to the Colts. And obviously everything that happened, unfortunately, gets hurt. But he was great. He was great last year. So I give him credit where it's due. But yeah, I think this is a good spot where it ended up at 22. I feel like it was a fair spot for him to land. All right, next up we have 21 Devon Witherspoon with an average ranking of 21.5. And I'll say I think I was probably the highest on him. I have him ranked at number 15. So
I'm at 17.
15. I had him at 20.
You guys think he's better than Sauce?
Yeah.
yes.
Really?
Yes.
I do. I've switched my tune about slot corners from the last time we did a big cornerback thing. I think in modern NFL, like the hybrid safety slot corner is just so important to a defense. Like Spoon was the best player on the best defense in the NFL this past year.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I ranked him as high as I did.
Like we give Mike McDonald all this praise, and rightfully so, for being, you say it all the time, the Sean McVay of defense, this innovator on that side of the ball. Devon Witherspoon's versatility allows him to be able to do that.
Yep.
That's like the key part of that. And that's super. Same thing for, Cooper DeJean, Trent McDuffie, like those guys, Brian Branch, Kyle Hamilton, like those guys allow defensive coordinators to be able to disguise and shell different coverages and blitz packages and stuff like that. Like that's not coming. Obviously, you could stunt and do different things from the D-line and drop guys back, but really the disguise is coming from, like, is this guy blitzing? Is he not? Where's he coming from? What gap is he going to try and shoot? Is he dropping back into coverage? Is he just playing man on my tight end? Like the options are just limitless. And a guy like Spoon, he's great as a blitzer. I'm not going to say great in coverage. Like, obviously, a guy like Sauce is better than Spoon in coverage, but, like, he's pretty damn good in coverage. And then the biggest thing for Spoon is, like, he's a fucking monster in the run game.
Yep.
He's the best corner in the world in terms of, like, stopping the run. So,
Yeah, I mean,
Couldn't have said it better. Yeah.
legit perfect. And
Yeah.
I think he's even underrated as a cover corner, too. I think he's a great cover corner, too. But yeah, so this is what I was going to come to the pod with. I didn't know how high people would have some of these slot corners, but honestly, you bringing it up and saying how you feel and the fact that you changed your tune, I was going to say I'd even argue that these slot corners have become as important, if not even in some ways more important than these outside corners too, because so many of these great receivers also move into the slot now, more so than ever. And not to mention the responsibilities that come with it, to be able to blitz, to be able to stop the run and all that stuff. So I remember when we did some of these cornerback rankings and I had Coop as high as I did, and I didn't even have Spoon on my list in terms of the top 5 or 6. I very much have changed my tune on Devon Witherspoon. Like, I think he's one of the 5 best or 6 best defensive players you could argue in the world at the current moment. Like, last year he was that damn good. So, yeah, that's kind of how I feel about Spoon. And I could have even put him higher, but I didn't. So, yeah, he's a dog. That's why I had him, and I think he could be higher on this list. Honestly,
you didn't have him on your list?
Wow. Just and your case for Sauce is just you think outside is still more important.
Inherently. I left DeGene off the list as well. Like, as a football player, like, I get it. I just, at the same time, outside corner to me is still just way more valuable. Like you have a weakness on the outside, you will lose a football game. You have a weakness on the inside, you could make up for it. You know?
Yeah.
I think so, though. Like,
yes, I do think so.
because when we, speaking of my batch editing of TikToks, when we did the how good would Andre Johnson be in the NFL, that was kind of, because I edited that today right before I made my list, and we had that conversation about Puka and Andre Johnson. That was kind of my big thing for my list of valuing the inside corners, because we spoke about how much more valuable like an inside receiver could be than a true X receiver. So like, I feel like that for me, I was like, that has to carry over to the other side of the ball. You know what I'm saying?
So I think that even the same thing with an inside receiver, the inside receiver only has his ability to be as great as they are if they have an outside structure. Same thing with the inside corners. You can only be as good as you are if
The guys
the
on the
outsides
outside
are doing their jobs, right?
Okay.
You also get help from the linebackers. You get help from the safeties. Not that the outside corners don't, but sometimes you're definitely out there more on an island,
100%.
both ways, receiver and corner on the outside. You have to be more one-on-one, personally good at football to be playing out there. And yeah, is Witherspoon a better team player? Probably, definitely better than Sauce Gardner. But as a cornerback, Sauce is a better corner.
Okay. I think that's a fair way to explain it. I just think that I value the versatility.
They get paid that way too. It reflects in the way the NFL teams pay their players.
Yeah.
I think that's changing.
I was about to say
this
that.
is like a new
Spoon
thing.
gets paid next offseason.
We'll see.
Spoon
We'll
is
see.
He's gonna get a
Spoon will
fat
get
bag.
will get Sauce money if not more. Like
We'll see.
he that's kind of where I stand.
I'd be surprised if he got Sauce money.
Really?
I would be
wouldn't.
surprised.
Oh man,
surprised.
I think he was like just this sentence alone, like
this offseason.
best player on the best defense in the world
Yeah.
that just won the Super Bowl. Like that's enough said to get him highest
Agreed.
paid at the position for me when his payday's up.
I'm there. That's kind of how I feel too.
It's just the position. Same goes back to the positional value though, because like if you switch and go on offense, if your best player is a running back, he's still not getting paid like the best player in the defense on the offense, right? It comes back to that same kind of point. Like receivers always going to get paid more than running back. Quarterback's always going to get paid more than wide receiver. Left tackle's always going to get paid more than left guard, right? Guard's always going to get paid more than the center, usually. Rare cases. Spoon might be a rare case, but I'm not going to go out on a limb and say
I feel like what we're trying to say is like
it's changing.
like it's almost like a shift in the sport to where like the sport is leaning
He's going to be a
towards
pioneer.
those
in that.
guys
We'll
being
see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, especially because there's so many of them now. Like even a guy like Branch, like you could kind of almost classify him as the same position as a Devon Witherspoon, right? Even though like he's technically a safety, they do a lot of the same stuff.
Right.
Imam Wari, even Kyle Hamilton, like it's a new position. Like so, I don't even know how much they get paid until they start getting paid. I mean, did Kyle Hamilton get extended yet? No, right?
I don't think so.
No.
He's probably the first one that's going to be up, though.
Yeah.
He should be soon. I'm pretty sure.
I feel like he might have. I don't know why. I feel like I saw Kyle.
I feel like I would remember
bag. And he
seeing
got
that.
like 20 or 21.
4-year 100.
Yeah. Okay. So 25 million a year, and this was last off season, correct?
Yeah.
I mean, Sauce is making 30.
Did the Rams extend McDuffie when they traded?
Yeah, they give him 30 mil.
Yeah.
But he played a lot of outside last year. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
$10 million difference.
But the thing with Trent, that's what makes a guy like
That makes
Trent
him
so
so
valuable
special.
too. Yeah.
That's what makes him so special, though. But Spoon has done that at points
Yeah.
in his
No,
career,
that's what
too.
I'm saying. Like,
So
yeah, like Trent just got 30, so Spoon next offseason, like he's gonna get upwards of 30.
yeah. No, I am completely. I don't even think it's next off season. I think they're gonna do it before the season starts. So, We're gonna see for sure. That's why I think they kind of let Ken Walker, walk. So, number 20, Joe Alt, 21.25. I'm curious to know who had him the highest because I don't have him as high as this ranking.
Yeah, I had him 23.
I had him at 22.
23 as well for me.
I had him really high.
14.
14.
Wow.
I felt like, to me, the Chargers' offense changed when he got hurt. I feel like his weight on the offense weighed so much that it was it gave the Chargers no chance to win a playoff game. Justin Herbert was a different quarterback after he went out. And to me, that boosted up Alt's significance to his team, and that just changed my... Obviously, Slater going out, too, is...
Yeah.
Obviously, both going out's a huge deal, but Joe Alt's the guy there at left tackle. Like, I thought that boosted his significance.
That's a good point. Like I could consider moving him because I definitely kept him like a little bit further down because like haven't seen enough of a sample. But when you say it like that, the sample is the difference in the Chargers' offense with and without him.
He also stepped in the league and was like a top 5 right tackle at minimum.
And then
Switched over with the Slater injury.
Who was arguably a top 5 left tackle.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, you're right.
I could move him up, yeah.
Yeah.
He totally could be moved up.
Yeah, no, you convinced me.
There's just so many good players. Like, I get
So many
leaving it
great
down,
players.
but
Yeah.
like, that's a guy, like, I didn't have any other offensive lineman on here, and I felt like he deserved a spot right in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you for that, honestly, after talking it through. I probably should have moved him up my list as well.
You know what it is? You know what it was for me? Like, I just get so honed in on a specific part of the list, and I'm like, is that guy better than that guy? Is that guy better? That I forget another portion of it. You know what I mean?
And
you
then
get to go back to it. And then Aiden Hutchinson ends up at 12.
Yes, exactly. So if you do that, like, that's the thing. If you end up doing that to where you start looking back and back and back, then all of a sudden you're going to be like, oh, shit, but Joe Alt may be better than the player I have at 15. And then it's like...
At a point, I just sent it to you, and I was like, this is the list. It is what it is.
That's what happens with these, and it just ends up being like, all right, well, it's kind of marginal because week to week, these guys could just be better than each other. So, like, but...
Everybody on this list is a fucking stud.
Right.
Like, that's the thing. Everybody on this list is a stud.
Right,
So,
right.
I mean, at number 19, you got George Pickens, as we spoke about before, 19.25 on average. I had him as high as 17. I don't
think I also had him at 17.
I also had him at 17.
I had him at 24.
Okay. Just didn't have the receivers as high as
17.
Yeah.
some of the other guys.
Yeah. That's really it.
Yeah. I mean, it's fair.
It's not unfair, yeah.
It's fair.
If I could go back, like I'll spoil a little bit. I have Malik Neighbors higher than him. I would change that.
Really?
Yeah. The I just went on a freaking rampage about how great his production was this year. Like that's stupid to have Malik Neighbors over him, honestly.
I had Malik one spot ahead. I will spoil that. I had him at 16.
I just feel like I did the same thing, but like looking back on it, like George Pickens was comfortably at minimum a top 5 receiver in the world this past year. Like Malik Neighbors just hasn't been that. He can be that. I feel pretty confident at some point he will be that. But like George Pickens comfortably was that. Like there's no reason to have Malik Neighbors over George Pickens. I fucked up.
I only, like I said, I only separated them by one spot. Again, I think part of it is my bias comes in, but at the same time, like Malik moves different, and I think that
That's his argument. He moves.
yeah,
He does though. No,
George Pickens was moving different this year.
George Pickens was definitely moving different.
his rookie. I just say this: Malik's rookie season. Dealing with, honestly, you could argue worse quarterback play than Pickens, and Pickens has had some trash quarterback play, do not get me wrong, but dealing with arguably the worst quarterback play that you could have dealt with throughout his entire rookie season, went for 1,200, close to it, and then at the start of the year, through 3 games, even with the injury, I think he was leading the league in receiving yards, and he played 1 quarter in the 3rd game, so...
Why doesn't Drake London make your list?
So I was gonna bring up that same point. Drake London. I have Drake London under him, but like I said, they're all clumped together basically. But
Yeah.
London also dealt with bad quarterback play.
Yes, but London's been in the league for 4 years now, and I've seen 1 elite year. The first 2 seasons he had like, what was it,
Seen
900?
no
Say the
elite
same thing
years
about-
from neighbors.
But you can say the same thing about Pickens too, right?
Nick, you thought he had an elite year his rookie year?
Pickens had 1,000
Elite.
each of his first 2 years. I'm
Drake
pretty
London
sure.
had got like 930, 950.
And more touchdowns.
I mean,
I just looked it up. It's 900, 800, 1,200,
Yeah.
900,
What did Malik have as rookie?
1,200.
1,240.
So we didn't have more yards than Drake London's best year.
but that's
Drake at 1,200.
1270.
No, it's not.
You can't say
It's
more
like
when
60
it's less.
yards less. but-
Drake had. Was it 1270?
Drake
It
had
was
1271.
definitely 1270.
Yeah,
We just looked it up.
we did.
Yeah.
We did. You're right.
You can't say more when it's less.
Yeah.
But like
And Drake
Again.
did it in what, his second year?
his 3rd year. Malik did it in year 1 and led the league through 3 games
And then he
last
tore his
year.
ACL.
And tore his ACL. Yes,
Okay.
I know.
Put Olave before Drake or Drake before Olave? Who's higher?
If I were to do it, I would
Olave.
have Drake above Olave.
Oh, yeah, same thing. You think Olave is better than Drake London? You hate Drake London?
No, he's just Drake on. You're overrating him.
How? You don't think Drake's dealt with bad quarterback play?
Olave hasn't.
Did have Derek Carr. It's better than
Derek Carr is a...
Olave has 3,000 yard season.
yeah. No, Olave's super talented. I just think Malik is like top 5 talent in the NFL at receiver. So
I agree with that. Like, I think he has all the talent in the world, but
His talent is equal to Jetta's and
yeah,
those guys,
Mhm.
but production ain't there yet.
yeah.
I mean,
If I like again, I did it too. I put Neighbors over him, but if I could go back, I would put Pickens over Neighbors. I feel like on a list like this, you have to. Where we said before the list, like we're gonna try and keep projecting out of it,
Yeah.
you have to.
I just feel like you don't even have to like you saw it. You saw through 20 games of his NFL career, you saw it. Like it was the production was there and the talent was there. Like you already had both. So that's why I just had him above Pickens just because I've already seen it. And I just felt like he's the better receiver in general. So I saw the production and I think he's a better receiver. So
I could interchange them.
yes, like again, back to back, I could interchange them too, but that's what gave Neighbors the slight edge. And also just hate to say it, I don't think Drake London is the tier of talent that Malik Neighbors is. So that's why. Like,
I agree with
just
that.
Point
Yeah,
blank
yeah,
period.
yeah.
Like I don't
That's
think he's
fair.
the tier of talent that Malik Neighbors is. So it's kind of why I left it there. So Malik and Pickens were not back to back. There were 2 guys in between them. Trent McDuffie and Jalen Carter at 18 and 17. Trent McDuffie 18.5, Jalen Carter 17.5. I will fully spoil. I didn't have Jalen Carter on my list. I left him off.
You're gonna like this.
I had him at 25.
I have him at 8.
I had him at 11.
I think Jalen Carter's awesome. I think he's amazing. I don't think he gets enough credit because of how good that Eagles defense is and his impact. I mean, what he does in both the run game and also pass rush ability. I mean, like, I think he gets an unfair shake because of how good their defense is in general.
I think Jalen Carter's first season was elite. I think his second season, for whatever reason, was not nearly as impactful as we all thought it
I get
should
that.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I still think he's a great football player, but everybody on this list, like I've said, is an elite football player.
Yeah.
I didn't
still think
see
he's
Jalen
elite.
Carter make that like jump from great football player to elite football player. I saw him honestly get worse, if anything, from year 1 to year 2.
The whole team did, though.
That defense was still great. The defense was still elite.
It definitely took a step back, though, as a whole.
I mean, you could argue they were the reason they were winning games.
Yeah.
Definitely the reason the offense was worse.
I didn't see what I wanted to see out of Jalen. I could argue Jordan Davis had a better year than Jalen Carter last year and was more impactful. Honest to God. Like that's
Yeah, he just had a slump, and like a lot of these guys just
I said to
have-
Tom, because we spoke about it before, I'm sorry. I think next year he'll be elite. I just feel as though it's going to happen. I feel like he'll be right on back to where he should be.
I just think
I was
he's also
underwhelmed.
like a gravity guy.
Like he draws so much.
Yeah. So like the numbers might not always be there. I feel like almost like Jalen Carter allows for Jordan Davis to have a great year, if that makes sense.
I get it.
I think that happens to a lot of tackles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where like
yeah,
they'll
yeah,
have an elite
100%.
year, and then teams figure out
Well,
that
it's
you're
so much
elite.
easier to
so
double
they-
team to the interior guys than it is
Right.
like
Right.
the edge guys.
So then tackles have an off year, and you're like, oh, they had an off year. But in reality, that might not actually be the case all the time.
Like so 3 years in the league now, and I think his best season was his rookie year. And I want to see like either maintain where you were at because you were great your rookie year, or get better. And it's just been precipitous falls since then. And that's what for me like kept him off the list, because I didn't see like a forward progression, and he's still so young that it's like you totally could see him going back to being one of the 3 best defensive tackles in the entire NFL. But like I didn't see that this past year. And yes, the gravity's definitely there, but the great ones will still wreck a game even with all that attention. So
Yeah, I probably could have moved him down a little bit.
so that's kind of where I
I think
sit
he
with Jay.
deserves a spot on the list, though.
He just made my list for that reason.
Yeah.
He was 20. Like actually, if I were to say first person off my list, he would have been 26. For me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went back and forth between him and Joey Porter Jr., but I just think Joey Porter Jr. was so goddamn elite this year that
Because their when he
Had to put him
got
on.
suspended, their defense, like you saw it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like he still makes a significant impact on that Eagles front. But yeah, it was just a down year for him.
yeah, it's kind of how I felt. So probably pretty unfair to leave him off, but I did, and ain't no going back now.
Thing is with him, like he's not like a traditional like nose tackle.
No.
Like he's a pass rusher.
Yeah.
I mean, and you see it on his PFF. Like his run defense grade has gotten worse every year of his career, but like he's still, he had damn near 50 pressures and then 4 sacks. Like that's elite from a D tackle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's obviously not a fucking 20 sack Aaron Donald year, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
from a D tackle, that's pretty great. So, I don't know.
Probably should have had him on. I should have moved a couple guys around and made it work, but I left them off. I don't think we really even need to talk about Trent McDuffie because like Trent's just that guy. He deserves his place on this list.
Yeah.
For sure.
Crazy
did
he's
you-
not going to be a Chief.
You didn't have him on here, did you?
What, McDuffie?
Oh, you did. 19.
Yeah.
The only corner that you actually respected, aside from Sauce.
What do you mean?
Respect them too much.
Oh, you did respect the other
What do you
one.
mean?
I just hate where you have one of them. That's that.
Yeah,
That
it's
is
a rough one.
crazy. All right, next one up is Devon Achane at number 15. 17 average score.
This is insane, guys.
I
Where do you have
threw
him?
positional value out the window.
I get that, but like, I don't know. Like, I guess it mattered to me a little bit for the running backs because I'm lower on all 3 running backs, but like, I don't know. Like you just can't tell me you'd rather have Devon Achane on your football team than Joe Alt. Like,
No,
Oh,
no.
yeah, I mean-
again. So I threw. If I were to start my franchise with a guy, I'm starting my franchise with Joe Alt. I'm picking Joe Alt over
Sure,
Devon
right.
Achane.
Yeah.
Who is better at their position? It's Devon Achane.
Still probably Joe Alt.
I disagree with that. Devon Achane is no worse than the 5th best running back in the NFL, and actually led running backs in almost every single metric this past season.
no, I love Achane.
So
no worse than 5th best running back in the NFL is probably like there's like a top 7 guys, and like you could have him at 7. Like I'd probably have him at 5, but like Joe Alt is locked and loaded top 5 tackle probably.
At a position that's more valuable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had Achane at 13.
that's
I was the
so
highest.
high,
I'm
bro.
at 25. He just
I'm at
made the
15.
list.
I had him at 13.
That's so high, bro.
I think Achane is an absolute stud.
Bro, there's no
He's
world where
definitely a
Devon
stud.
Achane's a better player than like Quinyon Mitchell, bro. There's just not like Quinyon Mitchell didn't even make our list. That's fucking insane. That's insane, bro. Quinyon Mitchell is an all-pro corner, bro. Like, there's just...
No, I get that. I mean, it's just, again, like that's a little bit different because you could have 4 corners on your all-pro on an all-pro team. Like, you have 4 corners, you have 2 running backs. HM was, 1,300 this year on the ground, 700 receiving, like close to 2,000 total scrimmage yards, and number 1 in yards after contact per attempt, number 1 in missed tackles forced. Like, as a football player, he also had the most explosive runs in the NFL. Like, there's no running back that changed the game just as much as Devon Achane, honestly. Like, he's top 5 in that regard. So I don't know how you could rank number 1 at so many spots in your position and not get the respect that you deserve in this regard.
No, I respected him by putting him at 25. I love it. That's my fucking guy. Like, I'll always vouch for him. Not on this list, bro. These other guys are just better at the sport. Like, and I can't go and give you all these fucking advanced stats for a corner because, like, most of them don't even fucking exist. So you got me beat there, but I get
it. Like I understand.
I know the exercise wasn't like we're starting a franchise from scratch, but like that's forget about starting from scratch. Just like if I could have one or the other guy on my team, like I'm taking Joe Alt every single time. Taking Quinyon Mitchell every single time.
Well, when you put it like that, yeah, but it's just like
yes,
but like I'm taking them because I think they're the better football player.
That's not how I'm looking at. I'm looking at it
taking
as
them because I think they're the better football player.
No, I think Devon Achane is a better football player than everyone you just named. He is a better football player than everyone you just named because he is, like, legitimately that good at football at his position. Like he just inherently is.
He's not better than Joe Alt though.
He is better at football than Joe Alt.
I just don't know
he
how
is
you
better
measure
at running
that.
back than
Like,
Joe
that's
Alt.
that's kind of why I'm like,
It's like maybe not though.
I don't know.
It's not like
No, he is.
Like he's made that's just not that cut and dry, and also like it has to matter the position that Joe Alt plays compared to Devon Achane.
If I'm doing positional value, bro, then I'm throwing this list out the window completely.
Then I'm changing
Caleb
a lot
Williams
on
is
this
probably
list,
at number 3 for me. Like, if we're talking positional value involved, then like I'm gonna have.
it's got to matter a little bit, and I draw the line at quarterbacks, left tackles. Like, Achane's not better. First of all, I think without positional value, with positional value.
Yeah, I guess I didn't positional value. I positional devalued running backs. Is
I'm
how
the guy
I did
that
my
does
list.
that more than
But,
anybody.
like,
I tried not to do that on this
I
list.
just like, no. Like, it's definitely not cut and dry like you're making it. Like, Devon Achane is better at football than Joe Alt. It's at least a conversation.
Yeah, 'cause,
and
like,
I'm
Achane-
definitely leaning Joe Alt.
Yeah, Achane's, like we said, fringe top 5. You want to call him top 5. Like, Joe Alt's penciled in top 5 at his position. And, yeah, it's just hard to throw positional value out the window, I guess. But, like, I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Where'd you have Devon Witherspoon on your list?
I had Spoon at 15.
And where'd you have Achane?
At 13.
You don't think Devon Achane's a better football player than Devon Witherspoon? I know you don't.
I'd move him
Right.
down a couple spots.
Okay, yeah.
There's
Cooper
two
DeJean,
guys.
your boy Cooper DeJean, you think
Yes,
Devon Achane's
yes.
better at football than him?
Yes. Everybody, I'd move him down.
That I agree with.
Well, yeah, you don't like Cooper DeJean. That's not your boy. Yeah.
I'd move him down 2 spots.
Thanks, bro.
There are 2 guys, maybe 3 or 4, because quarterbacks just inherently should be moved up a list. But I'd move him down from 13 to 17. Or, no, 15. So, 13 to 15. I would have him at 15 still. Like, I believe he's that good of a football player. Like, I do. Because he brings so much value, not just in the running game, but also as a receiver, too. And I think he's an elite football player. Like, I just
No,
think
he's definitely an elite football player. You don't got to sell me on that, bro. Like, we got that for sure. He's an elite football player.
But yeah, no, there's
Third best behind Bijan Gibbs is still elite.
Yeah. No, 100%. I have him as the 3rd best running back on this list, not in the NFL. He'd probably be the 4th best in the NFL, in my personal opinion. But
yeah,
I think he's that good.
I mean, yeah, this is right about where my list like takes a turn compared to the consensus. So probably gonna have the same reaction to a lot of these.
Yeah, so here we go. So number 14 is Kyle Hamilton with an average of 12.25. I had him at 12.
I'm at 10. This one
I have him at
okay.
11.
I'm okay with this one.
Have him at 21.
Jesus Christ. Dean.
So he's the only safety that made it onto my list. I know he's not just a safety. Again, I put the receivers over him. I put Caleb over him. Put McDuffie over him. Joe Alt. That's basically who's over him.
You have Achane over him?
No.
Okay, cool. Thank God.
Yeah.
I had Hamilton above Achane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have Caleb,
I would've lost my
3
mind.
corners, 3 receivers. Like, it just came down to that.
That's fine.
Hamilton at 21 though.
The number is shocking, but the guys in front of them with context makes sense.
I guess.
Like, yeah, I'll go back to the Joe Alt thing and use it the other way. Like, there's just not a world you could tell me that Joe Alt's a better football player than
I
Kyle
agree.
Hamilton. I love Joe Alt. He's awesome. Great guy. Joe Alt delete Madden card. Like, that's pretty sick. But
Hamilton like changed the way defense is played in the NFL.
He is the number one at his position.
Yeah, that's what it was for me. Like he's the best safety in the league.
Number one at his position. So
yeah.
and especially like, I understand if you've valued positions at least a little bit. In no world and on no planet should Caleb Williams be ranked above Kyle Hamilton. Is where I stand.
He's a quarterback.
Just no.
Caleb could probably cover better than Kyle could throw.
All right, bro.
Like,
No,
for being
that's
honest.
also not true. I guarantee you Kyle Hamilton could throw a football better than Caleb Williams could cover.
Not like in an NFL game.
What?
In a flag game with,
Yeah,
with
we're
John.
I don't think Kyle Hamilton
John.
could run an offense, but I think
Steven.
Caleb could probably play some coverage.
No,
Yes.
because he'd have to tackle too. I think Kyle Hamilton could play quarterback better than Caleb Williams could play fucking safety.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
That might be the dumbest thing I've ever heard, too. Quarterback's the hardest position in sports.
yeah.
Bro.
Bro.
Like, that's the dumbest thing.
That might be the
ever.
dumbest thing I've ever heard.
It's not. Kyle Hamilton is that smart. Caleb Williams is, bro.
He
you
went to
this
Notre
show-
Dame.
see, this
He
is what
went to
you-
Notre Dame,
this is
though.
what
He's
you-
playing like a champion.
this is
today.
what
That's
he
a
is.
good point. I didn't think of it like that. You're right. He's
This
playing
is
like-
You were right to begin with, but now you're taking it too far.
This is what we do. This is what you do. We try and prop a player up, and you're on the same page as us, and then you just go like here, and we're
Yo.
like here, and it's
Wait,
like
we're
now
talking
we
about
can't
like
rock
in
with
the
you.
NFL?
Yes.
Bro. Stop, bro. Stop. If they had a game tomorrow, bro, they'd both be fucking ass.
Yeah, they both be fucked.
But, bro, Caleb Williams would do better at safety than Kyle
All right,
Hamilton.
time out. You could scheme around Caleb being ass more than you could scheme around Kyle Hamilton having the ball in his hands every time. Yes.
Yeah.
But Kyle Hamilton is a better quarterback than Caleb Williams is a safety.
Nah, I don't think.
Yes.
If
No.
we're talking about like
Yes.
Peyton Manning at quarterback,
Yes.
I could get behind it. Caleb Williams is also a great athlete. He's a raw athlete.
Doesn't matter. No.
You don't think Caleb's smart?
No, I'm sure he's intelligent, bro. I just know.
Bro, that
Just
might
no.
be like in the 3.5 years, that might be the worst thing we've said. That's crazy, bro. NFL quarterback, bro.
Why are you saying
Caleb
that?
ain't tackling anybody. Not one
Kyle
person.
Hamilton's not completing a pass.
bro. I promise
no,
you,
the
Kyle
fuck he's
Hamilton's
not.
completing
No,
a
Remember when
pass.
they put Kendall Hinton at quarterback, the wide receiver?
I do remember that.
Yeah, he went 1 for 9.
He ain't Kyle Hamilton.
He's worse.
He's so much worse.
Kendall Hinton, he played quarterback in college.
Doesn't matter, bro.
Nah, bro.
Okay.
Kyle's like
Bro,
that.
quarterback and safety are two different sports.
Kyle's
Literally
like
two
that.
different sports, bro. Nah, that's bad.
Caleb could probably step in and play safety for a college and like hold his own.
Yeah, for like fucking Marquette.
I don't know if I'd go that far either, but
Definitely.
Definitely.
you're right.
Let's test it out. Let's ask him if he'll play for Wagner. Let's see. Step in at
I
at
guarantee
safety.
if you change their positions on Madden, Kyle Hamilton at quarterback,
Kyle Hamilton will
It's
be
like
a 12.
a
12.
He'll be a 12.
Yes.
Yeah.
Caleb would probably be like 45.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Nah.
Caleb probably has like 87 stock speed. which goes a long way for safety.
I don't know, man. I think Caleb.
It's like
would be the
Kyle's
worst
not even all that
safety.
fast either. So like, you're not like running read. He might
Hell
be
yeah,
slower
I'm
than
running QB
he might,
power
he might
with
be
him, brother.
slower than a lot of the edges.
I'm running.
He's probably slower than Caleb Williams.
Definitely slower than Caleb Williams. Definitely.
I'm running QB.
No, you're right. Definitely. You're right. I
I
agree.
don't know about
QB
definitely.
option, and the QB only has one option: hand the fucking ball off, buddy. What do you mean?
I'm running.
He can't throw it or run it.
I'm running RPOs with Kyle Hamilton, bro.
But he's smart, so he can do what?
He's so smart, he's gonna realize I can't fucking play quarterback.
Please go. Move me back to safety, please.
Please, Lamar, come back.
I could give the ball to Derrick Henry 45 times. It's okay. We'll figure it
That's
out.
not him playing quarterback, you
Yo,
dummy.
I'm completing one pass to Zay Flowers screen, and he's taking it 75 to the house.
That's not Kyle Hamilton playing quarterback.
He's throwing a fucking dot down the field.
Please, I'd love to run a Madden sim of that. Please.
Run a season with Kyle Hamilton.
Kyle Hamilton should be higher on your list.
Yes.
Who's next?
Done. Good.
This is criminal. I will say this. 13 is Aiden Hutchinson.
What are we doing?
Okay.
11.75.
Okay.
What the fuck?
I changed it. I had him at 12, and then I moved him up like a good amount of spots.
I could probably move him up in mine too.
Dude,
Wait, but you didn't send him the updated
I did
version?
so.
no, he did. He did. I used the updated
Oh, you
version.
used the updated version?
Yeah.
Where'd you have him? Where'd you finish
I
having
think
him?
like 7.
Guys,
Where do you have him?
I'm at 4.
I'm at 5.
I had him at 15 to start.
And you moved him up where?
He didn't move him up.
Yet. To 12.
15?
He can go to 12.
Bro.
Dog.
Wait,
Go right
15?
He can go right behind Will Anderson.
What? what the fuck? At 11?
You can't just like casually drop that Will Anderson.
What do you mean?
What are we doing?
You
here?
you have to see who's there. Context matters.
Yeah, I mean,
None of those football players are better than them.
Buddy, we have the list. We know who the players are.
Yeah. These guys are
Okay,
better.
I'll bring it to this.
These guys are
On
better.
what fucking planet is Jalen Carter a better football player than Will Anderson and Aiden Hutchinson?
the planet we live on.
The Earth.
You can switch them.
What? Okay. Do it.
He was doing it. Do it.
Wait, what are you making him change?
I'm putting Jalen Carter at. Hold on. There's like switches that has to happen right now.
What the fuck? At 15? He led the league in fucking pressures last
I
year.
made it quick. Relax. Why are you
Well,
screaming?
I can't fix it now. Why am I screaming? Because it's fucking terrible.
13 is crazy. Like that.
He had him at
That-
15.
No, I know, but 13 is where we have him. Like, we're a part of this.
Do you want to redo it? You want to re?
No.
No, it's too late for that.
Okay.
We just got to live with it.
That's a lot better. Wow, that makes so much sense.
You moved him up where? To 12?
9.
All right, I guess.
Jalen Carter's 12 now.
I j-
That makes sense now, no?
Bro, he had 100 pressures and 16 sacks off a fucking
I don't
completely
destroyed
busted
away.
knee.
Yeah, no. He's.
I told
And he was
Tom,
running
so Tom
away with the
originally-
decoy before he busted his knee.
I was texting Matty J while I was like walking over here, and I actually tripped on a curb and almost fell on my face changing Aiden Hutchinson's spot. I had him at 12, and then I was like, no, that's
I
ridiculous.
texted him. I go, why the fuck is Aiden Hutchinson so low? And he goes, honestly, you're so right. Why is he so low? I go 100 pressures, 16 sacks, and the guy destroyed his leg last
I said I
year.
forgot he was also running away with Depoy before he got
He
hurt.
was
Like,
literally on pace for like a top 5 defensive
he had
season
what, like
ever.
7 sacks in 5 games or some
Yeah,
shit like
yeah.
that? Yeah.
And like a gajillion, damn near 100 pressures
Yeah.
in 5 games. So like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
he deserves number 9.
I had him at 4.
I had him at 5, yeah.
Where'd you have him on your new one?
7.
All right. It's better.
Still too low, probably, but we'll go through it.
Nah.
Wow. At number 12, I have Christian Gonzalez.
What the fuck are
Here.
we doing, guys?
I have him at 12 on my list.
What do you mean?
I have him at 5. This is a guy who is arguably the second best corner in the world behind Patrick.
So I could
Dent.
agree with that. I have him.
Yeah, put him at 13.
I'm at 13 too. But I think that's fair. Like actually, like not even joking.
I
Considering
agree.
the guys in front of him, like that actually makes sense.
I do agree with that.
Like
Yeah, I
actually
mean-
look at who's in front of him.
Like, this is exactly where I have him on my list, honestly.
Who am I penciling him in over? Maybe Jalen Carter. Sure.
Yes.
That's about it.
Out of on the consensus list,
Who's on the consensus?
Jameer, Brock.
Like,
He's not over
again,
Jameer or
these,
Brock.
like, I have him over Brock on my list. I'm the guy that devalues running backs all the time. I can't take away from how good of a football player the two guys are, that Bijan and Gibbs. I can't take away.
I think they're phenomenal football players. Christian Gonzalez is just a better football player. Just better at the sport. Like, there's no way to
I don't-
measure this. I don't know how you
No,
measure
I don't
this, but like
agree with
I just
that. Like,
I also don't
at
agree with
all.
that.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Gibbs is nuts.
Gibbs is
No,
ridiculous.
yes.
They're all
Christian Gonzalez is ridiculous. Like, we watched him at Joyce's Tavern have one of the best cornerback games in a Super Bowl ever.
I get it. I'm with you. I just think that he's I don't know. I
mean,
think
and
he's
I know
a worse football
I
player
know
than
Gibbs
Jahmyr
and Bijan have too, but like Gonzo's been top 5 corner since he entered the league.
Yeah.
Gibbs and Bijan are literally 1 and 2
1
at
and
their
2,
Yes.
yeah.
I guess.
If I'm throwing
like,
positional value away, I don't even think I have them on the list. If I'm being honest. Like, I get it.
no, I know. I mean, I didn't throw positional value
Corner's
away.
also
I
more
still
valuable
have them
than-
on my list, but
Corner is way more valuable than
Actually,
Running
none
back.
of these positions other than Brock.
I almost feel like we're
running back.
overvaluing running backs because, like, when you throw the positional value away, you just see, like, all these cool stats. Like, Christian Gonzalez, like, I can't pull up his fucking box score and
Yeah.
show you looks pretty. Like, Jahmyr Gibbs, I could show you 20 touchdowns,
Yeah.
which is awesome and very beautiful to look at. It might even get me erect. But, like, Gonzo is just
he's elite.
He's just better. He's just better. I mean, I've Gonzo at 5 on my list.
I have him at 12.
I have him over all the receivers too. Just FYI, so we don't have to revisit that when we get there.
All the receivers?
All of the receivers, yes.
Like Puka, JSN.
There's not a single receiver on my list that is
Whoa.
higher than Christian Gonzalez.
Oh fuck.
What the hell? I'm not with you on that.
I just can't get behind that either. I don't know. I'm not there. I think he probably could go a little higher, but
I don't see where he goes though.
like I have him. I'd maybe move him up a spot above Kyle Hamilton for me. Maybe over the quarterbacks, honestly, because he's a better football player than them. I guess at his position, he's right. He would be better. That would put him at
Yeah.
9.
I mean, the point about like Bijan and Gibbs being top 2 at their position. Also, like, I don't think that's that cut and dry, but that's neither here nor there. Like Gonzo and then the other corner who's coming up at some point too. Like, they'd be 1 and 2 unanimously if we weren't playing in a league with a guy who's on top 5 all time
Pace?
trajectory at
Yeah.
that position.
Do you
But
think
we're
there's
gonna-
not a bigger gap between that guy and Gonzo? And I think Bijan and Gibbs are like right here. And then Sertan and Gonzo are like, there's a little bit more of a gap.
Well, no, that's 100%
that's what he's
my
saying.
point. I'm saying, like, because Pat Surtain's on, like, damn near, like, goat pace
His own
at the corner.
He's on his
position.
own
Yeah,
island.
there's no one, like, Bijan and Gibbs. Like, I don't think it's that, like, I probably have them at 1 and 2, but, like, I don't think that that's cut and dry like that. Like, McCaffrey, King Henry, JT, like, those guys all have a case.
Mhm.
Like, especially King. Like, I think Derrick Henry's like, when we talk just football player, Derrick Henry's better at football than Jahmyr Gibbs to me, personally. Like, Gibbs isn't my consensus second best running back in the league. I'm also just lower on Gibbs than the world. I have been for his whole career, but
I think he's like that.
no, he's right. He's an awesome player. I'm just saying, like, this has been an uphill battle for me his whole career being lower. He's just better, bro. Than Gibbs, he's just better.
I don't know.
Bro,
Gibbs is awesome. He's awesome.
I don't know. It's hard to argue, like, who's a better football player, corner or running back.
Right.
Like, it's so hard to play. It is so much more difficult to play corner. I get it. Like,
Yeah.
I understand that. I just, like, I guess it's just that when you turn on the TV and Gibbs is doing what he's doing right in front of your face, it's just hard to ignore.
It could be like fantasy poisoned.
Definitely.
I think that's what it is. Like,
Definitely.
I don't think there's no correct list here. I'm not saying my list is the gospel,
Yeah.
but like, I think when I made my list, I tried to avoid that. That was part of me making my list.
No,
and that's
agree.
probably why I'm lower on some of these guys. Like, I made a conscious effort to avoid fantasy poison.
We
for
play,
agree.
we play
It's
so
just
much
like-
Dynasty and stuff that it's like,
no, yeah.
you think Bijan's like,
But like Bijan,
I mean, you could argue he's the best player in football.
Bijan's the best player at his position. Like Gonzo, I know you say because PS2 is on legendary trajectory, but like he's just not. Like that's kind of where I went with it, Which I get he's 2 or 3 or whatever, but and then corner's harder to play. I understand that, but
Like, looking at it, if I were to make a change, it wouldn't be to move Gibbs or Bijan down.
Like, also, like,
I'd move Pat Surtain.
like you just said, like, Bijan's the best football player on the planet, right? Or you could say he could be. Like, I know, again, we're trying to throw positional value out the window, but, like, then why aren't running backs, like, there's no way he's the best football player on the planet. There's absolutely no chance.
I feel at running back, because so many things need to go right for you as a running back to be able to.
But I'm
to
saying
do
why
your job.
isn't that position like we're never going to live in a world where a running back is the best football player, and that shows in the way they're compensated.
No, but they're compensated the way they are because you, again, rely on so many other people to do their job correctly for you to be able to even gain a yard.
No, I know that, but
Like a Rico Dowdle. By no means is he a super talented running back, but shit, he'll get 1,100 yards for you if his offensive line is blocking in front of him. So,
okay, so you know what my conclusion is then? The next time we do something like that, we can't just throw positional value out.
definitely not.
We
I
can't. Like,
then
I
I ain't
just-
having a running back.
yeah, I mean,
In
we
my
could
top 20.
we could talk about that next time.
Yeah.
See, that's where you lose me, though. Like, there has to be a line, right?
Yeah, I
like,
agree.
that's why
Yeah.
we usually do
I
these
agree.
things by position because it's
right? Like,
football.
I agree, Bijan is great, but these other guys are also like so great at their positions that are more important.
No, I agree.
Like,
That's why
sure,
I'm saying.
Bijan is the best
Yeah,
running back
yeah.
in football. Gonzo is the second or third best corner in football at a
harder
much
position,
more
yes.
harder and important position. Like, how is he not the better football player?
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like that. I just don't understand. What's the case? Because Bijan does cool jukes? Like, I don't know.
because he does cool jukes.
He has sweet dangles?
I mean,
He's just the best.
he.
Get over it.
It's like it's.
I mean,
hard
I had Bijan at number 11 on my list.
11.
Yes.
See, like that's
Wow.
just insane to me.
Fuck. Oh, okay.
what?
I don't know how he ended up where he ended
Yeah,
up,
that's
but
what
yeah.
I'm saying.
I mean, yeah, we got to move on because I'm gonna have the same reaction to the rest of this list. So.
No, I
Wait,
agree.
no,
like,
that doesn't even. Then ChatGPT got this shit wrong
Whoa.
because I have him at fucking 7. All right, so there's been a bit of a miscalculation. A recalculation, I should say.
No, it was a miscalculation.
Yeah,
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both. We've had adjusted lists, and we'll give you our updated top 13. We'll move through these a little bit quicker. At number 13 now is Derek Stingley Jr. I see that some of you guys, someone had him as low as 23.
Here's my justification.
Others had him as high as 8.
Here's where
There's
I was
really
at.
no justification for this.
Here's where I was at. Stingley, a top 5 corner in the league. So are the other corners that I have on this list. And he happens to be the 5th.
No.
Yeah.
The
No.
5th
Best corner.
on the list?
Yeah.
Behind who?
McDuffie, Gonzo, Sauce, and Sertan.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah. He's definitely better than Sauce, bro.
I don't think he's better than Sauce.
He just is.
At this stage, he is.
just
Stingley was the best corner in the league last year.
I think he gets highlighted like that because of how good the defense was and everybody's watching for the defense. And I think that Sauce is, at worst, just as good.
You're leaving a lot to just. I mean, situations are situational,
were
I
you.
guess, but
So are you. You're not saying anything either.
I had him at fucking 9. I think he's the second best corner in the NFL.
I disagree.
You guys think Sting's better than Gonzo?
I think they're literally on any given day, either or.
Yeah.
It's
I guess I was so moved by the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's fair.
I could have, honestly, I could put Gonzo at 2. I could put him at 3. No lower. That's the top 3 lock, though. I think that's just criminal, though, Dean. That's crazy.
23.
23 is nuts. He's a stud. But that's number 13. Moving on from that, we have Brock Bowers at 12. Someone had him as low as 20. Someone else had him as high as 4.
Yeah, 4 was way too high. I was looking at my list and I was like, I can't. I already changed it like multiple times. I can't do it again. But 4's too high. 20?
You have him at 9, or you did,
Did.
but
Now
you
he's
moved him
11.
down a little bit. Yeah, I had him at 16. So
I could have moved him up a little bit, but like the reasoning kind of still stands. Kind of similar to Neighbors. I know the talent is there. Had a great rookie season, but other guys have just done more for longer.
Yeah,
the whole
I guess that's fair.
offense sucked so bad.
Yeah, he was hurt.
Chip
for
Kelly did nothing.
most of the year.
he was.
He was hurt for most of the year, and then like his rookie year, he walked in day 1 and was the second best tight end in the league that season. Like,
I mean, he was the best. You could argue
He
the
was
best
the
tight
best
end
tight
in
end,
football.
yeah.
You could really
Yeah,
just
well,
say he was
yeah.
the best tight end in football. Like, I just couldn't have him above some of the names that I had him.
that's fair. I was just more looking at like he was the best at his position. Again, we've had the positional value argument how many times now? Like, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna keep beating a dead horse, but
No, I agree, but also like, how many receivers would I take Bowers over? And Pickens and Malik are not 2 of the guys that I would take Brock over. So, by that,
You're really that type of guy. Like, you don't run me as the type of guy who beats a dead horse. Like that really.
I prefer not to.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do,
Yeah.
but you know,
when are those
dead
sometimes?
So you're lumping Brock in with receivers?
I mean,
Yeah.
when comparing player for player,
he
yeah,
was
I
like
kinda have to.
just again in a vacuum, he was the best player at his position when he played a full season, and then he was banged up last year.
Yeah.
He's an
So,
offensive weapon.
Right. So like that's why.
No, that's not something I'm confused about. I'm confused when you're saying you're comparing him to Pickens and.
I'm comparing him to other players when doing this.
No, I get it, but you said receiver, like in particular.
So, as a tight end, you're an offensive weapon. I'm comparing you to other offensive weapons.
Thanks, bro. Thanks. But when you play tight end, it is
A different position.
different position and harder to get the same targets that a receiver does generally. Generally, no?
Sure, generally, yes. You're
Okay.
you're absolutely correct.
So
but
it makes what he's doing, in my opinion, that much more impressive.
but they don't use Brock like
A traditional tight end.
Yes.
For sure. Yeah. Okay.
I agree with that though. Like him doing what he does at a position where people don't
Yeah.
do what he does.
That's my
makes
point.
It
Yeah.
impressive. 100%.
It's like he's like a unicorn.
Yeah,
He is a unicorn.
He's what a
Absolutely.
generational prospect is. Like,
Yes.
He's a generational tight end.
Right.
100%. I'm there. 100%.
I agree. Yeah.
The only reason I docked him was because like the production for the duration of the career just isn't what the other guys is.
Yeah.
Right. You're hoping that him and Mendoza become the
Yeah.
crazy duo that.
Yeah.
Brady and Gronk, yeah.
You would
Right.
really hope that's the case, for sure. All right, next one up. At number 11, he moves up. Christian Gonzalez moves up just a little bit. You had him at 5, Chris. The lowest anyone had him was 14. Not terrible. Next one up, right in front of him, we had a little bit of a debate on this. That would be Jahmyr Gibbs. Some people had him as low as 14. Others had him as high as 3. I can safely say I know who would have him at 3. That's
2020.
high.
I think Gibbs is that much of a game changer on offense. He does everything. He can catch 10 balls and get you 125 yards on the ground and score 20 touchdowns in a season. You know, obviously, like what you said before, Chris, like it's easy to look at numbers and watch your fantasy score go up and say, like, that guy's amazing. But, like, with him, it's everything. It's what you see. It's the production. It's how much he means to the offense. That all comes together into why he's as good as he is.
Yeah, I think he's a special talent. I struggle to put him over like other guys there, man. Like I really do. Like some of the guys that you have behind him, there is no planet where I could see myself having him over them. In my personal opinion, that's just where I kind of stand on that. Next up at number 9, we now move him up into the top 10 where he should have been all along. Aiden Hutchinson, as high as 4, as low as 15. But we actually made that adjustment. He
9.
moves up to 9. So Dean had him at 15, now moves up to 9. Next one up is going to be Jaden Daniels. I think that makes some sense. I personally had him at 11. I didn't have him crazy high. But I feel like not bad. I feel like we all were at a pretty decent spot with Jaden Daniels. The lowest was 13.
I had him at 6.
I had him at 5. This was the only one where I did take positional value into account. I mean, he took his team to the NFC Championship as a rookie. He had the greatest rookie season of all time. Like, he's stamped, you know?
Yeah, I had him at 13.
I was shocked.
I just kind of consistent throughout my list. I docked Neighbors, I docked Brock, like just not enough sustained production. Obviously, I think Jaden Daniels is the truth. Like that's my guy for life. But there's also like serious questions about his injuries.
For sure.
Yes. Definitely.
So, I have a question about your criteria, right? Like, I feel like the point of a 25, under 25, we included 25, the point of that is to decrease the view on longevity in production. That's like the point of it, right? Is you're looking at young players and their ability now to produce.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels played 7 games, 8-9 games this past year and wasn't
It's not the
that
point,
good.
though.
No, I mean, that's exactly my point. He had one great, phenomenal year, which I will always acknowledge, one of the best rookie quarterback season ever. But year 2 just wasn't what you wanted it to be.
Of course, obviously,
Same thing
played
with
7
Brock.
games.
Yeah.
But I'm willing to bet he's the first year guy and not the injury riddled second year guy, obviously.
I'd like to agree with that, but
What if he is the second year?
That's
I
kind of, I guess, where
feel
you
like I
put it
found
into
like a middle
interpretation.
ground.
Yeah.
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 I guess, sure.
I think this is something we're seeing more now than ever. It's not always linear. Like that's the thing with some of these quarterbacks, especially.
It's not always linear. I just thought he was so good his rookie year that is who I believe Jaden Daniels is. The second year was like that whole team was kind of a mess. Like Terry was not in the lineup a whole lot.
I just feel like
They didn't have a running back.
you can't watch that when it's only 2 years to go off of, right? Like if we do this in 2 years, let's just say, and we have one great rookie year and off an injury-riddled second year, and then 2 more great years, like I'm with you. Like that's who Jaden Daniels is. Like I feel like consistently throughout my list, I was basing it off of what I've seen and not projecting. If I was projecting, I'd have Jaden Daniels at number 1 on this list, honestly. If I was projecting, that's how much I believe in him. But second year, like it's not just like he didn't play because he was injured. Like also like he just objectively wasn't as good. Which like context goes into that. We spoke about that last week too. When he played, Terry didn't play. Like there's context with that. But
it's also not like projecting is the word I would use for that. I'm not like predicting. I guess nobody knows anything either though, so never mind.
yeah, nobody knows anything. I agree with that.
I was gonna say I know he's gonna come back, and I don't know that obviously, but
I'm willing to bet on that. I'm saying like my list, my criteria was like I did no projecting on my list, and I think I was very consistent throughout my list with that, like being my criteria of what have you done for me in the time you played.
Yeah,
that obviously is always going to help the guys who are 25 who have played longer, but like that was, I was consistent with that throughout my list. So
okay,
I could have done it differently for sure.
Yeah.
We learned a lot from this experiment.
We did. We
learned how to use ChatGPT.
Because I kind of did the opposite. I was like,
ChatGPT can't be trusted.
when Bowers was on the field, I saw this. When Neighbors was on the field, I saw that. When Jaden was on the field, I saw that. But, they could just be who they are, that they're not on the field as much. And what we saw, like Bowers in his limited time on the field wasn't as good. We equated to injury. Maybe it's not. Maybe he did just take a step back.
I think as long as we're consistent throughout our lists, like it's like we're all gonna like interpret,
right,
especially for something like this, again, like I said before, like all the positions in football, like we're gonna have different,
and we didn't talk about our criteria beforehand
right, we're gonna have different like mindsets on it, but like as long as like your list is consistent throughout, which it has been, like my list is consistent throughout, you know what I mean, like then it's fine.
I mean,
I think that's my big thing with why I docked. Like, you guys know Jaden's my guy. I would have loved to put him higher, but I felt like what I did with Neighbors and what I did with Brock Bowers, like I had to dock him a little bit.
Yeah. No, I get it. Next one up at number 7 is Penei Sewell, which makes a lot of sense. I mean, the guy's going to move over to left tackle this year, it seems, because Taylor Decker looks like he ain't going to be back as a Lion at this point. He was best right tackle in football for like the last 3 years. Him or Lane Johnson, you could argue. That simple. He deserves to be this high. I don't think anyone had him.
I had him higher, much higher.
You had him at 2.
Yeah.
I had him at 7.
He's dominated the position for the past 3 years. You know what I mean?
I'd honestly slot him in at my number 6 if I went back.
You had him at 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd jump him over 3 guys.
You had him at 10, Dean.
I have him at 10.
He just like
over him that you would no.
There's only, in my opinion, there's only one other guy that can say he's dominated his position for the past 3 years. So that's why he was my number 2.
Makes sense.
The other guy's number 1. So
logic checks out.
Yeah.
Definitely get that. Number 6 is Drake Maye, the quarterback that just made the Super Bowl out of the AFC. As high as 2. You had him at 2, Chris. I was the lowest on him. I had him at 10. I had the 2 quarterbacks back-to-back, 10 and 11.
I have him at 7. I have him right behind Jaden.
Yeah.
Second in MVP. Like,
I can't forget what I watched in the playoffs as much as I want to. And I can't attribute it to a small sample size either, because it was 4 games of him being bad in every single one. And not just bad, like really bad. So I knocked him for it. I mean, still top 10, but I just thought that other guys on this list are better at their positions than he is at his. So it's tough. because he was so great during the regular season, but a quarterback will inherently get knocked more, unfortunately, for being bad in the playoffs. And that's kind of where I went with that. So,
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I guess for this one, I'd put positional value into it. I don't know, bro. He was second in MVP. Like, he was the second best player at the most important position in football. I don't know. I don't know. You guys have him low, guys. Like, maybe I'm higher on him, but
The playoffs put a damper on things, for sure.
Yeah.
It made it feel fluky, the year that he had, which I know it probably isn't, but it leaves a bad taste, for sure.
That's not, I mean, again, with me, it was just like the guys above him are ranked higher at their positions than he is. Drake May's what, the 7th or 8th best quarterback in the league? Like,
His playoffs felt non-competitive, truthfully.
that ruined it. And still came in at 10. I just think the other players, yeah, as you said, are better at their positions than Drake is at his. If you gave me 2 good playoff games, I honestly probably would have had him at 2. But it was 4 bad playoff games. And I just can't get over that.
But like, how do we rank Jaden over him?
I didn't put Jaden over him.
I know. I love Jaden. Like,
I have
Jaden
him
is my
back to
guy.
back.
I'd take Jaden long term. But like, how?
Jaden also had a better playoffs
yeah, he carried his team to the NFC Championship.
on a worse team.
I guess Drake May had a better season.
For sure.
Yeah.
I have him back-to-back. You can flip it.
Yeah.
I don't really,
When you rank quarterbacks, you have Drake ahead of Jaden?
Today,
Yes. Yeah?
like, probably, yeah. They're separated by one spot.
One spot, exactly. I'm in the same boat.
I agree.
Also, like, I feel like the criteria for this is a little bit different than like a quarterback ranking.
Yeah.
Because like, I value Jaden Daniels winning.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I can't really use that on how am I going to value Bijan Robinson's winning.
Yeah.
How am I going to value Penei Sewell's winning? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I can't really use that here.
I think you can in a way because winning is inherently kind of like a quarterback stat almost. It's not, but it almost is.
Winning's the quarterback's the only position where you get knocked for not winning.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. And that's why Maye is 7 and not 2 because he lost not lost in the Super Bowl because he played bad. I guess it doesn't make sense what I just said, but
Well, he's not. I hate to put it this way. He's not the reason they made the Super Bowl.
no, he's not.
We said it all playoff long. They made it in spite of Drake May, not because of Drake May.
Yes, but he's the reason why they were set up to have a Super Bowl. Like, you can't just erase second in MVP.
I agree.
Like,
And-
second in MVP is a bigger feat than anyone on this list has achieved other than the guy I have at number 1, who you can even make the case that it is a bigger feat than that. That's the most individual success of anyone on this
Sure,
list.
yeah.
I agree. I just you're right. Like that in and of itself, you are correct. I hate it because quarterbacks are so front and center that you pull back from them more than any other position, as you mentioned before, if they have a bad game. Like him having those playoff games shouldn't have ruined it to this point, but it did in my mind because it was that bad. But yeah, I get your argument and it makes perfect sense for him to be at 2. I wasn't there on it. I think he probably should move up a couple spots for me personally, but that is what it is at this point. Next one up at number 5 is Bijan Robinson. You have him at 1?
No.
You have him at 1.
I have him at 1, yeah.
I have him at 6. 1 is just wild. You had him at 3?
I'm at 3. It's high. Like,
I'd move him up from my 12 that I have him at to number 11 above Jalen Carter. That's it, though.
Like looking at it now, yeah, like I can't. Like Will Anderson and Hutch got to be over him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm there. Yeah,
Those two absolutely need to be over him, in my personal opinion.
at least you know what I mean? Like you could probably go even further than that, but
Nah, I like Bijan at 1.
all right.
I just don't know. Like, I just don't know what the case is for Bijan over Drake May. I don't see that.
Well, Drake May, if you want to talk about like sample size, Drake May's sample size is only a year, right?
Yeah, but like, it's second in MVP. Like that holds a lot of weight. Again, like I said before, it's the most individual success of anyone on this list besides the guy who I have at number 1.
I guess
So like, JSN's got to be pretty high for you, no?
I've just done pretty high.
I mean you do too.
Yeah.
I've just done pretty high.
It's so difficult because we all looked at this differently.
Yeah,
And Bijan Robinson, the football player, as I said before, has been the best running back in the NFL for the last like 2 years, essentially, is what a lot of people looked at him as.
Because like, if awards like mattered, like JSN's the best offensive player on this list, no?
I guess, yeah. Yeah.
Like,
By definition, I guess.
where do you have him?
I have him as, in terms of offensive players,
I guess, sure.
the second best offensive player on the list.
Okay, behind May.
Yeah.
That makes sense. All right. No, I don't have a gripe with that. That actually, with your logic,
checks
makes
out,
sense.
right?
Yeah, I like that. I don't mind that at all.
Well, it goes against your. Well, you don't have that type
I don't
of
have
logic,
that
though.
logic.
Yeah, we don't have that logic.
Me? I don't use logic, actually. So, yeah.
I just think, again,
I just said that because he kept bringing up second and MVP. so I
yeah,
was
yeah,
like,
yeah. I think Bijan is better at his position than Drake May is at his.
That
yeah.
I 100% agree with. But the just like two completely different
Agreed.
sports.
Yeah.
100%. I get it.
But then Caleb's not on your list.
Caleb hasn't been that good.
I know, but you're like bringing up the two different sports thing and like.
Right, two different sports, and Drake May was second in MVP voting from his position. Caleb hasn't been that good.
I get it, but like when we're talking about
Caleb was
Bijan's a better running back than Drake May is quarterback, and JSN and Puka are better receivers than Drake May is quarterback. Like, and because you're bringing up positional
But it's
value.
much more, that gap is much more marginal compared to a Caleb. Caleb's like top 15 quarterback, maybe?
Yeah.
That's a big ass gap.
Drake's.
In a position where only 32 players get ranked and Drake May is 6 or 7 or 8, whatever you want to do, and Caleb Williams is 15 probably at best. Like that's a massive gap.
Yeah.
Drake's what, 7?
Just something like that.
And whatever it is
Semantics.
around
Yeah.
there, yeah.
Drake May's been significantly better at quarterback than Caleb Williams.
No, I
Yeah.
don't disagree with that at all. That's not the point I'm making. Okay.
It's Bijan. Just number one is he is the best aside from one other guy at their position on this list. That's it. Like, but I just can't put him above some of the guys that I had above him. Like, speaking of, at number 4, I had Will Anderson. I mean, the list has Will Anderson. I personally, Will Anderson's the best player on my list. He's the number 1 for me. If I could go back, I wouldn't change number 1. I would change who I have at number 2. I would move Pat Surtain up. But I just think Will Anderson is as generational at his spot than Pat Surtain is at his. And I think obviously Myles Garrett is the best edge rusher in the NFL, but I think Myles Garrett is probably the best football player in the NFL, regardless of position. And I think Will Anderson is number 2. I think he's eclipsed that at my point, in my personal opinion. I know we used to talk about the top 4 edge rushers in the NFL and Micah Parsons being number 2. I don't think Micah is better than Will Anderson anymore. I think Will Anderson is that good. I had him at number 1. I think he's a game wrecker and the game wrecker of all game wreckers in my personal opinion. So that's where I
Better than
stand.
TJ Watt too.
Yes. I think Will Anderson has eclipsed everybody else except for Myles Garrett.
I agree with that, but I just wouldn't say he's better than Pat Surtain.
Agreed.
I just like
I think he is.
Pat Surtain's on like top 5 all time at the position.
7 corners have
trajectory.
won Defensive Player of the Year, and one of them is Pat Surtain.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Pat Surtain, like, barring no, like, serious injury, is probably going to finish as a top 5 corner to ever play the sport. Give or take. Maybe, like, 7 or whatever. But, like, top 10 locked. Barring no serious injury. Will Anderson could get there, sure. But,
I think he will.
like-
I think he's already...
Pat Surtain's already there. Like,
Yeah.
it's damn near a lock he's going to finish as a top 10 corner of all time. Plus the deep, like, you can't scoff at the deep.
No,
like,
I don't.
Like,
I
and
don't scoff.
Will Anderson probably wins it in many other years than a year where the guy who wins it breaks the sack record. So I could get behind it there.
Will
but
Anderson would have likely won the deep.
He was
Yeah.
second. I just checked.
Yeah.
He was second in deep.
yeah, he
order.
wins it most other years. He probably would have won it if he had the year he had in the year Pat Surtain won deep boy, honestly.
Yeah.
It was like that's part of why Pat Surtain won the award. It was like a down year.
Down year for edge rushers, yeah.
So, like, I don't know.
I'm with you. I
I have Will
That's
Anderson at
in the
3.
regards of like where I just think that Will Anderson is a better football player than Patrick Surtain, and I think that's just kind of where I stand on it.
I don't hate it. It's just like it's just hard to look past
Yeah, I mean,
what Pat Surtain's been able to accomplish.
if redoing my list, I'd have Will Anderson at 4. So like, I see where you're coming from, but I completely agree. I just think Pat Surtain should be number 1.
Yeah, I
Spoiler
mean,
alert.
I
If I
felt
were to change my list, I'd move Pat Surtain up easily.
So when I made the list and like I saw that Pat Surtain fit the criteria, I just like he was undisputed.
Put him at 1 and didn't touch
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
100%.
no, I mean it makes sense.
He'll be
He's most-
26 in 6 days, by the way.
Oh wow,
That's so funny.
Yeah.
5 days by the time they see
yeah.
this.
This is as of today, by the way,
Yeah.
people. Yeah, I get it, and that's why, like, honestly, after we spoke about Pat Surtain and you guys had said you both put him at 1 and he was undisputed, bro, I ain't putting the 2 receivers above him. I would change my mind completely and have him at number 2. I agree with you guys on that one.
100%.
But anyways, the way that this thing turned out, 3 is Puka Nacua, 2 is JSN, and yes, Pat Surtain, the guy that got number 1 on your spots, is number 1 on the list. So Puka is right below JSN, and yeah, JSN comes in at number 2 on this
That's
list.
crazy. JSN comes in at 2 and none
Didn't
of us put
have-
him at 2.
Yeah, nobody put him at 2 and comes in at 2, but the lowest spot that he went was 7. Puka Nacua went as low as 9. So
So I had Jason at 6'7", Jason and Puka at 6'7". I would bump them up each a spot and move Gonzo down. I don't know why I did that. That's very strange.
Gonzo.
My
above both
lump
of them.
is Gonzo, JSN, Puka, Stingley, which is just
Gonzo, JSN, Puka, Stingley.
Yeah, like I don't know why I put Gonzo above them, honestly. So I'd move them above Gonzo, but that's as far as I'd go.
They're
with that.
basically back to back.
Yeah,
they are.
Yeah,
In
JSN
I,
and Puka?
I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
actually all of our lists, they are back to back.
Basically and I think they're honestly kind of interchangeable if you really wanted to go there. You guys think JSN's clear cut better?
no, definitely not clear.
No,
cut.
definitely not clear cut.
I
I don't think so
definitely
either.
lean
I
that
lean
way, but it's
JSN too,
definitely
but
not clear.
I'd
cut.
probably lean
agree.
Puka,
Yeah.
but
So yeah, I would lean Puka too, but again, like I have these guys at 3 and
That's
4.
definitely not clear cut. Yeah.
I have them at 3 and 4. Like I think you could argue either one. It depends on the type of receiver that you prefer, and then number 1, as we said before, it's undisputed for you guys, and number 2 for me, Pat Surtain. Like
nice.
Most accomplished player on this list.
Yeah.
Defensive player of the year, multiple time All-Pro.
So you changed it.
I did. I changed mine. He was number 1, so I get the chance to do this anyway and say that I'm changing it. I'd move him to number 2. So, there's no disputing.
No.
I think if you were to move him up, how far would you move him up?
After talking about it, 1
Yeah.
for sure. Kind of get excited talking about the offensive guys that you forget.
Yeah.
He's the best defensive player on my list, obviously, but you know,
Yeah, I think it makes perfect sense. So no lower than 2 for Pat Surtain is where we would have him, and that's our list. I mean, there's no need to argue anybody at the top. I think it all makes sense for us. I would probably go back and make some changes to my list.
I think we've all said the words, if I could change my list or some variation of it, probably 10 times each throughout this entire episode.
Yeah.
So it was hard making it. Like I shuffled so many guys around the whole time. Like
that was so difficult
Yeah.
doing it. It took me a very long time. I was sitting down,
That was fun.
crossing guys off, and moving them around.
We should just,
a million
like,
times.
clarify the criteria next time so that because it's hard to
It's more
hard
fun to not.
argue.
I like
Yeah?
when- it's fun to like see that we all have our own criteria.
Okay, that's fair then. If that's because like it's hard to argue like your interpretation is wrong and my interpretation like because that's what we're gonna just keep circling back to is well I interpreted it this way and that's why my list looks like this.
I definitely
that's-
tried to do that.
Yeah.
I can tell you guys you interpreted some things stupidly.
that's
Like,
why the comments are there. They get to decide who.
Sure.
interprets the best.
Fair
Who's
enough.
The best interpreter.
Yeah,
enough.
I mean, I can't argue how someone feels about
Right.
their list. Honestly, like I couldn't really argue with how you
Can.
brought. I couldn't because if Chris is saying like I think he's better as a football player because he plays a harder position, that's fine. I looked at it differently, I guess, and I'm just gonna keep arguing.
I
that
think
in
as
circles.
like I said, as long as we're consistent with our lists, I think like we could have discussions about it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
because it's not really like debates. It's like, oh, like that's interesting that you interpreted it this way. Like,
Right.
that's a good perspective.
Yeah.
The comments will call us out like more than anything if we're not consistent. You know
True.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I'm excited to see what they have to say. Honestly, if you guys, if someone wants to drop their top 25 under 25 or
Go in the
25
Discord and
under,
drop it. Well, you know, if you want to let everybody know.
go join the Discord. We talk a bunch about football, just with each other, just about life in general, a whole bunch of stuff. So go join that if
I
you
be
haven't
talking about
joined
anything but football in the Discord, bro. I love it.
It's a good way to connect with us,
Yeah,
the
exactly.
ball gamers too.
We pop in every
They
now
talk
and
about
then.
so much football that like I feel like I don't have to. You
Yeah.
know, they got it covered.
yeah,
They got their opinions in there, bro.
Yeah.
They got a lot of takes in there. So
the gym.
you guys can join
Yeah.
that.
The gym channel.
Is that thing popping off or?
I don't know. They sent an AI generated picture of you. That's
Right.
glazed.
They
Oh
did.
my God, I didn't see it. I didn't see it yet. But yeah, this was fun. Drop your top 25 under 25. Join the Discord. Follow us on all of our socials. Leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. That was not in the order that I usually do it. But anyways, go do all of that. Thank you for watching. And with that,
Ball game.
Ball game.